Okay, what we need to do now is assemble our front frame. So what we're going to do first, after we've laid all our parts out, is we're going to box our 2 header beams on either side of our centre mullion. Okay, what we need to do now is put our bracket connector on the bottom of our outer uprights. So again, just making sure that edge sits inside the bigger edge, flush with the bottom. Put a couple of screws in that. Flip it over, do the same. Just need to do the same with the other side. Okay, once we've got that bracket connector in place, what we need to do now is put our multi-purpose bracket on, just making sure it's flush with the ends and the bottom of that post. Okay, what we need to do now is do our side mullions. So we've got our 3 parts. So as per the instruction manual, we just need to nestle those into each other. So just fold that part over like so, and then just slide your 80 by 40 C-section into that edge. Alright, make sure that we've got all 3 parts flush with each other. Then we can put our first screw in. Okay, once you've got the bottom locked in, do the same to the top. Okay, once we've got screw top and bottom, what we need to do is flip the side mullion on its other edge, like so. Again, we'll put one in top, one in bottom. We need to do 2 in this edge, one at the top, one at the bottom. Okay, once we've locked that edge in, now let's flip it again. And we'll lock this edge in. Okay, once we've got screws in each end of our side mullion, before we go and screw it all off, we need to put in our little front wall girts. We'll just measure them for their placement, which is 140 and 1450. Making sure your brackets goes to the inside. Just making sure your tabs of your little girts go on the inside of that side mullion. Okay, so our last mid-wall girt that we put in is going to be measured at 2300. It's the same height as our header beam. Okay, what we need to do now is flip this over and lock in our other mid-wall girts. Okay, once we've got those front wall girts locked in there, we need to flip the mullion again. And we need to put a screw top and bottom all the way along there, and then screw off the rest of the sides. Okay, we've screwed off that side mullion, just making sure your screws are every 30 centimetres and you've got 2 screws in for your front wall girts. Okay, now we need to do the same to the other side mullion. Okay, what we need to do now is attach our multi-purpose brackets to our side mullion and then attach that to our header beam. So what we need to do is get a measurement first. Our distance from the bottom of the header beam to the ground is 2.3 or 2300. So just make a mark, and we need to make that mark on our 2 side mullions and our centre mullion. Okay, once we've marked out our lines, I've just turned that side mullion on its high edge just to make it a little bit easier to attach the bracket. Just line the bracket up with our mark. Make sure you're flush on the two sides. Now we need to do the same with our other side mullion and our centre mullion. Okay, once we've attached our brackets onto our mullions, we need to now attach our header beam onto those brackets. So just line up, making sure you're flush. Okay, so what we've done is we've locked brackets into the top and bottom of our header beam on both outer mullions and our centre mullion. Okay, what we need to do now is put our top chord on. So just starting in the centre, just pull that over the centre mullion, pull it down so it's touching it. Okay, once we got that screwed down, we go to our outer corner. Okay, and the top chord sits over the centre mullion and over your outer upright. Once you're happy where that's positioned, put a screw in the corner and then one in your centre mullion. Okay, what we need to do now is box our top chord, so just slide your pieces in underneath like that, making sure that lip sits in underneath. Same with the other piece. Okay, what we need to do now is put our diagonal bracing in. So as you can see, we've got that into position. You just tuck your tab over your centre mullion like so, and then up here with your other tab notch, that slides inside your top chord. Once we've got those into position, then we put a couple of screws in, flip the frame over and do the same on the other side. Okay, now we've flipped that front frame over. What we need to do again is just check our dimensions, our door openings, make sure everything's square, and then we can lock everything off into place. Okay, once we've screwed off that side, that's our front frame completed.